Today, I'm going to share a repair tutorial for the Artillery Hornet 3D printer. My machine had a problem. When I turned it on, the screen lit up, but nothing was displayed, and the USB connection didn't work. After some troubleshooting, I found out that the main controller chip STM32F401 was damaged. In this video, I'll show you how I replaced the chip, flashed the Marlin Firmware, and brought the printer back to life. Let's get started. The 24V main power supply is working normally. Measurements show that the reset pin is shorted to ground, and the pin for reading the heated bed thermistor is also shorted to ground. Since the reset pin and the heated bed thermistor sensing pin are located very close to each other, and both are shorted to ground, the initial analysis suggests that high voltage entered the MCU through the external heated bed thermistor cable, which burned out both the reset pin and the sensing pin. As a result, the chip could not start properly. Next, we will replace the main controller. After replacing the MCU, the firmware needs to be reflashed. The manufacturer provides open-source Marlin Firmware on GitHub, which must be compiled manually. I'll put the link to the open-source project in the description below. To compile the source code, you'll need Platform IO and VS Code. The provided project is already configured for the Artillery Hornet, so after downloading the source code, you can compile it directly. Once compilation succeeds, a PO folder will be generated in the project directory. Inside PO, go into the build folder and then into the Artillery Ruby folder. There you'll find the compiled firmware file ready for flashing. For flashing, I used a J-Link programmer with Seger's own software tool, JFlash Lite. Select the correct chip type, choose the generated firmware file, and start flashing. When prompted about a newer version of the tool, select No. The flashing process begins, and finally, a success message appears. At this point, after reconnecting the LCD data cable and powering on, the display works normally. Reconnect the mainboard wiring and reinstall it. If you forget the wiring order, make sure to take photos before disassembly to avoid difficulties during reinstallation. Covering the board's connectors with so much hot glue was really a poor design choice. Testing again after powering on, I noticed the extruder temperature reading was abnormal, preventing the machine from preheating. Measurements showed that the MCU could not detect the extruder thermistor. Eventually, I discovered a damage trace on the adapter board. I fixed this by adding a jumper wire and testing confirmed normal operation. After powering on again, the printer was able to complete the preheating process successfully. And that's it. The Artillery Hornet is fully working again after replacing the STM32F401 chip and flashing the Marlin firmware. If you have any questions or similar issues, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.